Hi guys, so a few months ago I made a tier list ranking all of the characters from the novel Classroom of the Elite. I'll leave that link in the description if anyone is interested. You know, as a fellow man of culture, I felt that it would only be right if I also made a waifu tier list for all of the girls from Youjitsu. So in today's video, I'm going to be ranking the 27 waifus from Youjitsu. This list is actually a lot larger than I expected, but there are a decent amount of side characters in here as well, so you know, I guess it makes sense. I do have to make a few things clear before I get into this video though. First, these are my opinions and my opinions only, so if you dislike or disagree with some of my selections, please don't try to kill me. Please. Second, I'm going to be ranking these girls definitely from the last tier list I did. For the last one, I ranked them on like how good they are as characters, how much I like them, how significant they are to the story. And in this one, we're just going to simply rank them as waifus, and obviously a combination of how much I like them as well, because you know that kind of affects what you think about a girl as a waifu. Yeah. I've been talking for way too long now, let's just get into the tier list now. The first girl on the list is Haruka. Haruka has although she isn't the leader of the Island Koji group, you know, the leader is Island Koji I think because his name is the group, but she was the one who was like the initial one to actually start the group. I would say Haruka is a B tier waifu in my eyes, just because her role in the story isn't really for her to be a waifu. She's just kind of there as a character, she's there to support the Island Koji group, she's like the one that lines everything up. Apparently she was interested in Island Koji at first, but after finding out that Sakura is also interested in him, she basically gave up to help out the girl who eventually became her best friend. So besides the first few moments that Haruka interacted with Island Koji, we haven't really seen too much of like her waifu side out of her, but she is a rather cute girl, I would say, and she definitely would be a top tier waifu if we saw more aspect of that by her, but unfortunately I don't think that's ever gonna happen, so she's gonna be a B tier waifu for now. Next is Sato. Sato, we've seen her a decent amount of story by now, and you know she's been on one day, I was gonna say a few, but she's been on one day with Kiyotaka. The outcome of that day, she got rejected and everything, but she continued liking him, and yeah, she's been a pretty decent girl so far, pretty good girl, decent to understatement. I can see Sato and the two girls over here getting a lot more screen time in the future volumes, especially Matsushita. Matsushita has a lot of potential in my eyes. Well, with everything we've seen with Sato so far, I will probably put her in front of Haruka, but I'm still putting her in B tier. Both of them are very good waifus in my eyes. I have Sato over Haruka just because of the fact that Sato is supposed to be like a love candidate in this story, like with Island Koji and everything. Next is Shinohara. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I don't really like her. I don't dislike her now, but in the beginning of the story, especially with the anime, Shinohara was pretty fucking annoying. And I wouldn't say Shinohara has flipped her character around, but she doesn't really show off that annoying side of her anymore. But she's still not a good waifu in my eyes, so we're putting her in C tier. Next girl is Matsushita, and Matsushita is gonna be the first A tier character on this list. Like I can see Matsushita getting a lot more screen time in the next few hours of the novel. I can see her becoming a major character, and I can actually see her becoming a love interest for Anakoja as well. Okay, now let me make that a bit more clear. I can see her falling in love with Kiyotaka, but we know Kiyotaka is already with someone else, so I don't think anything's gonna change with that anytime soon. Hopefully. But Matsushita, in my opinion, is honestly better as a character than a waifu because she just revealed the fact that she's been hiding her abilities in the past, which kind of makes her a mysterious character. I don't really know if she deserves to be in A tier right now, but I just want to put her there. I really don't know why, but I want to put her there. Next character is Mei. Mei is the only Chinese character in Youjitsu, I'm pretty sure. I wasn't surprised when I saw that because I'm Chinese myself, and it kind of is uncommon to see like other Asian characters that aren't Japanese in anime. So I was pleasantly surprised when I saw her. And I would say Mei is... I'll put it at the top of B tier for now. Mei is a cute girl, and she's also very talented when it comes to academics and everything. Okay, I'm not trying to trash Sakura when I'm saying this, but Mei is basically Sakura, but useful. Because of that, she's gonna be in the top of B tier for now. Next is Suzune Horikita. I'm gonna be honest, I don't really know how to feel about Horikita as a waifu. Because in the anime, she was introduced as the main girl, like she is supposed to be the main girl of the story. And in the last episode of the anime, she actually showed off a girly side, basically confessing to Kiyotaka and everything. But to anyone that has read the light novel, we all know that that never happened. And it probably will never happen. We've seen a lot of development when it comes to Horikita as a character, but as a waifu, we really haven't seen like, you know, too much of a waifu side, too much of a cutie side, besides that scene where she got her hand stuck in a bottle, but we're not supposed to talk about that. This is kind of hard, but I'm gonna put Horikita at the top of B tier for now. I might put her up if I want to later, but I think she's gonna stay here for now. Next girl is Honami Ichinose, who in my opinion is a S tier waifu. Do I really need to explain why though? Ichinose is a very likable character in and out of the story, like the characters in the story like her a lot, the people that read the story like her a lot as well. Basically portrayed as a girl who's perfect. I mean, like she has flaws, but she's basically a perfect human. She's very cute, she's very attractive, she's very skilled in many different aspects, and she's just overall a pretty good, like she's the top 2 waifu. She's the ideal girlfriend. But spoilers alert though, Ichinose is not my waifu from this novel. Ayali Sakura is also not the best girl. I don't know why I said all that like that, but she's not the best girl for me. It's kind of the same with Horikata, not for the same reasons though, but I don't really know how to feel about Sakura as a waifu, not because when I first watched the anime, she was my favorite girl from the story because she got the most screen time and she's a cute girl, very shy girl, so she was a character that's very easily likable. As she got more and more further into the novel, she basically just lost all of her screen time until the Anakoji group was formed. Even with the group, she still didn't really have any time to shine. She was just kind of there in the background a lot of times. And because of that, Sakura is gonna go into B tier for me. Now this next girl, I'm pretty sure she's the one who confessed to Ichinose or whatever they were doing. The girl that was talking to Ichinose in the first episode that she appeared in. I do recognize her, I do remember that scene, but outside of that we didn't really see her as a character, so putting her in C tier. Next girl is Kei Kalurizawa. It's kind of funny they chose this picture because what was that? Yeah, because I just purchased this volume like 3-4 days ago. I actually kind of regret getting it, but we're not here to talk about that today. Yeah, Kei is my favorite character from Youjitsu, favorite character, just anything I've ever checked out in the past. But I honestly don't know if she's my favorite waifu though, and let me explain why. Kei started off as a very annoying girl, very arrogant girl, basically like she know how to down there. But we soon find out her real side after, you know, some of the things that she's been doing with Anakoji behind the scene, all of that. The reason why I'm kind of torn between like who my waifu is, even though Kei is like overwhelmingly my favorite character and really anything I've checked out in the past, is because of the fact that I like her so much as a character, I really don't know if I can look at her as a waifu. Don't get me wrong, she definitely is a top 2 waifu. She probably is my favorite waifu from Youjitsu if I just had to like choose one, but Ichinose is definitely very close, but probably will never overtake her though. But yeah, the next girl is Mako Amikura from Class B. Now, I honestly don't remember seeing this girl ever in the story or the manga or the light novel, but I just found this picture of her online, and ooh, I'm gonna be honest, if she was in the story, like just out loud, if I remember her being in the story, she probably would be B tier just because I like her character design a lot. But since she isn't, she's in the don't know them tier. Next girl is Ibuki. Ibuki, she kind of went down the same path as Kei was. She started off as a very annoying character, and I wouldn't say she changed as a girl, but we just kind of see like more sides of her as the story progressed as well. Yeah, I would say Ibuki is probably one of the top waifus in the story, honestly. I'm gonna put her at the top of A tier for now. Unfortunately, she isn't the best girl in Class C though, because Hiyori Shina is definitely better than Ibuki in my eyes. Shina is actually my 3rd favorite girl from Youjitsu. She has a very cute but also simplistic design, and she's just overall a very cute girl, personality wise, look wise, very good character as well. There's one thing that I'm actually kind of confused about though. So does Shina like Kiyotaka or not? So when she first got introduced in the story, people thought she was going to be like Ryuin's love interest. But after that scene in volume 50.5 during the second item survival exam, where Shina spent some time with Kiyotaka, there were like some type of, you know, romantic vibes going on. It kind of felt like a day and everything, so I don't really know if she likes Kiyotaka or not, but that doesn't really change as a character though, and yeah, Shina's definitely a S tier waifu for me. Next 3 characters, I don't remember them being in the story at all, so they're all going into the don't know them tier. I do think these 2 girls might be in Class B. I'm thinking about the scene where like a lot of the girls invited Kiyotaka to like one of the parties or whatever, and Ichinose was there. There was just a bunch of random girls in there that we really haven't seen before, but I'm gonna just put them in the don't know them tier for now. Next girl is Sakuyanagi, the leader of Class A. Sakuyanagi is still a very mysterious character in our eyes. She has a very unique relationship with Kiyotaka. Not too much to say about her honestly, but she's at the top of A tier for me. She's a very good waifu. It could be S tier by the time the story ends, but yeah. Sakuyanagi psychic, I honestly don't remember what her name is, and I'm kind of too lazy to search it up as well. In my opinion, she's a very interesting character, even with like the lack of encounters we've had with her in the story. She's apparently like a pro at stealing things, which is cool, I guess. But yeah, like hearing her backstory, hearing her relationship with Sakuyanagi, hearing some of her encounters with Ichinose in the past was pretty cool. But yeah, she's a pretty interesting girl. I wouldn't say she has like one of my favorite designs in the story, but it's decent enough for her to be in B tier. Next is Tachibana. Kind of feel the same way about her. Didn't really see her too much in the story, but anytime she did pop up, it was a pretty good scene, pretty important scene to the story. She's one of the only girls on this list that's actually taken, so I can't really put her too high just because of that. So she's going to B tier as well. Next girl is Kushida. Kushida. Kushida, haha. You know, Kushida is such a good waifu that I had to make a whole different tier just for her, you know? Top tier waifu. Next girl is Nazuna Asahina, who was the new Kaiho's girlfriend. I think they're still dating. I'm not really sure anymore. Kind of the same as these two girls right here. Didn't really get to see them too much in the story, but anytime we did see her, it was a pretty important scene. But unlike these two, I can definitely see Asahina becoming a major part in the story later as well, because, you know, Kiyotaka's gonna fight against the new Kaiho, and she's still the Kaiho's girlfriend, I'm pretty sure. So she's definitely gonna pop up at least a few more times in the story. Next girl is Nanase. Nanase is just such a good character, such a good girl in my eyes. She's like that kohai that fucking loves you, that follows you around everywhere that you go. Even though you don't request her to do anything, she always tries her best to help you out somehow. But I really don't know if I should put her in A tier or S tier, because like, I definitely like her more than these three girls right here, but she just hasn't been in the story long enough. Wait, this is my fucking tier list. That doesn't matter. I can do whatever the fuck I want. Nana says go into S2. Now, can I make a few changes then? I feel like Horikita deserves to be an A tier then. Mei can also go. Mei's borderline A tier in my eyes. Sakura, kind of the same as her. But I'll keep it like this for now. I might change it before, like I might change it at the end. I'm also something like Kei in the case where she's a top tier waifu, but she's also a top tier character at the same time. And I do like her more as a character, but we can't just ignore the waifu-ness of her though. Masao is probably the most interesting kohai by far, and I'm definitely excited to see more of her in the story as well. Okay, this is one of the girls from the second year. I remember the encounter that Kiyotaka had with her. Kiyotaka was asking her and another boy to like become partners with a few students of class D for that one exam. But out of that, I don't remember her being in the story at all, so I'm gonna just put her in the don't know them tier for now, but she's definitely getting a lot more screen time in the future because, you know, she's one of the newest students. Next girl is Chabashira Sensei. Chabashira Sensei, I honestly don't know how to feel about her as a waifu or even as a character. I wouldn't say Chabashira Sensei is like a dislikable character, but she's not really likable at the same time though. Like if I had to rank her as a character, she would probably be an A tier, but as a waifu, problem with Chabashira Sensei is that I don't know if you can trust her. Like, I really don't know if you can trust her or not. Like with some of the things that she's trying to do behind the scene with Class C, with like her deal with Kiyotaka and some of the other staffs at the school, I don't think you can trust this girl. And when you can't trust a girl, you can't really get into a relationship with them, which kind of makes them bad. I wouldn't say bad waifu, but definitely not a good waifu in my eyes, so she's going into C tier for now. Next girl on the other hand, Hoshinomiya Sensei is an A tier waifu for me. I'm pretty sure I said this in the last tier list as well, but Hoshinomiya Sensei is like one of those characters that rarely pops up into the story. Like she's a side character that pops up like maybe 2 or 3 times every single season, but any scene that she isn't is always very fucking good. Because of that, she's an A tier waifu for me. Next girl is Kiyolane. Kiyolane is one of Kiyotaka's senpais, but we didn't really get to see her until a few volumes into year 2, I'm pretty sure. Kiyolane definitely gives me a very dominant, very badass vibe, and I honestly wouldn't mind if she stepped on me. I'm gonna put her in A tier just because she's in the same like situation as Matsushita, where they both haven't really gotten too much scenes in the story yet, but they definitely will both develop into very important characters and most likely top tier waifus as well. I mean, she's already a very good waifu already, but I can definitely see her becoming even a better one. But that should be the final. Did I make any changes? Give me a second. I didn't make too many changes, but that should be the final list. But yeah, this is my final tier list right here. Tell me what you guys think about it, but try not to trash me too hard for it though. I personally enjoy making this tier list because, you know, we're just talking about waifus, like my favorite novel right here, and yeah, I just had an overall great time. That should be it for this video though. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you guys did, feel free to leave a like, comment, and maybe subscribe. You're obviously not required to do any of that. You don't have to do any of that if you don't want to, but if you like to be nice to me, you can do all of the things I just mentioned. But yeah, that's all you're getting from me today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully you guys will have a nice night, and hopefully we'll see you again. Peace out.